Time to do the front end. Shocks, upper and lower ball joints, inner and outer tie rod ends, and sway bar links. Ball joints. Sway bar links. Inner tie rod end. Inner tie rod end. Outer tie rod end. Outer. Oh, that's the ball joint. The outer tie rod in there, and the sway bar link. And the boots to go on the tie rods. I think that's my upper bar. That box there's got my shocks. That's a huge difference on the car. Let's just get it up in the air. Swapping this out, this ball joint out, the sway bar link, tie rod in, and one ball joint. Yep. The fun begin. really good to remove tie rod ends instead of beating them off, which it's fine. This works good if you're especially going to put it back. And then I can take my impact. I think that's probably the wrong size socket. It's for the lug nuts. Get the proper size socket. Got the proper size socket. Pop. With this out of the way, which that actually doesn't feel too bad on the inner. I might just do the boot and the outer, but this ball joint doesn't look to be terribly old, but it doesn't look good. Unless I'm seeing something different than you guys. And the boot looks good. That definitely looks bad up there. Next, take this off and get this shock out. $17, and it's not that big a deal to get off there. Take my little separator tool thingy. Well, that's part of the ball joint stuck to here. I'd say it was time. Let's see if I can get that off with my ball joint removal kit. I have bad luck with these kits, so let's see if my luck changes today. I doubt it. Set this somewhere. There we go. That bottom ball joint is toast as well. Yep. Alright, let's see if we can get this bottom one. Let's just set this on here, and we'll have all this open space. Okay, I stuck the old tie rod in momentarily so I can break this loose. Let's see if I can break it loose with hammer here. I have to have two hands, so I'll stop and start recording if I have any luck breaking it loose. So yeah, I broke it loose with the hammer, and yeah, sticking that back on there helped a lot. Spinning, coming off. Go. Yeah, it's coming off. So now with this assembly out of the way, we have open room to work to do the bottom ball joint. I'll get this. I'll do that last. Get this, and of course this. I'm gonna see if I can get this out first, so I'll know if I got the right removal set or not. Okay, to get the, instead of having to take this off, I'd like to try to do this in place. So I'm going to take this ball joint off, and to do that, to get to this, you need to get this loose. So I'm going to take that loose, take this off, swap this out, do this, put this back on, put all this back together, and then do that. Yeah. I think it's the same for here. It is. Catch all that? Holding the camera by leg. Now I can get that out of the way. Need shocking up out of the way, I can get in there and get this. Guys, you gotta have an impact. It makes it so much better. Got that. Yep. There we go. Now I can get my puller onto that and get that out of the way. How much trouble this is going to be. Just got the ball joint out. I used the combination of the socket here, this and this. So that set works from O'Reilly's pretty good. So now take these two bolts out. I've decided to go ahead and take the upper control arm off completely. I don't see any other way of getting this strut shock assembly out. I used a 13/16 wrench, and then I'm sure you guys have probably done this before and got a longer wrench for leverage. Have one over there. I broke it loose, it wasn't too bad, but I'm working this bolt out, take this out, then we'll take this spring and swap this spring out onto my new shock over there. So yeah. Okay, I got the whole assembly out. We'll swap the spring out onto the shock. Leave that long bolt there. I used a pair of small channel locks to work that bolt all the way out. I'm just gonna leave it laying there. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'll go ahead and do this link here. Have that done. Yeah. Got everything replaced. Got the ball joints, tie rod ends, the boot. Didn't know this, but there's a cap right here. My wife found that. Wheels back on. I'll check the lug nuts again when I get the car down, and then make adjustments to the tie rod. That looks good over there with all the new parts on there. So I've got this side complete. I just need to make some adjustments on the steering alignment. Get the wheels on so I can measure with a tape measure, and maybe get the steering wheel straightened up too. Okay, today we're going to do the power steering high pressure hose. We did pretty much done the whole front end on this. Now we need to do the power steering hose. It's a nice pretty day today, being this is my shop. So pretty days is the only days to work on a car. Kitty litter for these spots that I've been leaving in the power steering. I don't think there's any that's leaking out right now because it's empty. So come here. Shows they're still in there, but it's definitely leaking. See, it's wet right there. So we'll see how much fun this is. I'm also going to go ahead and check everything on the drivetrain. I did a long road trip yesterday, and just like to check everything over. I'm going to take the wheels off, check everything. I've seen online where they say you can do this whole job over without even jacking the car up, but I'm still gonna take the wheels off and get underneath it anyways, just to double check all my work from yesterday. Got the wheels off. Everything looks solid. Bottom cover off. Over there. Why do I have a universal on it? Universal on there. That bolt over there, and that one's missing. And then we'll have this down. Now I can see where this hose goes into. Oh, it wouldn't be that difficult to get to. Huh. So it's a 12 socket here with the strap, and then we'll take that off there on top of the pump. I'll take this line out. There's another 12 down here, right there, for that strap. And then we'll take it loose there. Not too bad. Okay, I got the old power steering hose out. I didn't have to remove this. They say you need to remove this. You don't have to remove that. You don't have to remove this. You don't have to remove anything. The way I did it, jack it up, take your cover off down here, and it's right there. I put the new one on temporarily to slow the leak. I didn't want to lose all the power steering fluid. So, and what you got to do is pull off those little hangers. There's one there. Stick those on the hose on each end. There's one on each end, and then you're done. There's no taking a bunch of stuff off up here. It's easier to just jack it up. Do it underneath and do it over top. Anyway, thought I'd share that.